Hey, this is Chris with Freedom Farm TV, and today I will talk to you about apple tree rootstock propagation and some other propagating projects I got going on. This is a Granny Smith apple tree on a semi-dwarf rootstock, and of course apple trees do not produce true to type from seed, so you have to get a Granny Smith, you have to graft a Granny Smith scion wood. When you take a cutting from this, it's called a scion wood, you graft it onto a rootstock. But how do you get rootstock? I will show you. See, like I said, this is on a semi-dwarf rooting stock, and as you can see, you have a little sprout growing next to it, and as you can see, it's not connected to the main stem. So this is from the roots, which means it's from the root stock. So what you could do is a process called stooling, and so I'm going to take this root stock and I'll move it, and then when it establishes and make sure everything's okay, I'm going to cut it near the ground, and then you, kind of similar to this, but I'm going to use sawdust, you mound over it. And what happens when you mound over it, several of shoots like these will pop up, and then you dig those up, and you can just keep going and have your own start developing your own root stock. Now this is a cheap, it costs nothing, and you can see I was very happy about this, because this is a start of my very own rootstock propagation. So when I found this, I was very excited, so I can, because I haven't tried this before, so this is new to me, so I was eager to get started. So, but I think we'll wait till it's getting hot here. I'm afraid to dig the little shoot up and move it, because it might kill it. It might not survive the heat, so I'm going to wait till the fall to move it, and probably during the summer, I have to do a little bit more research. During the winter, I will cut it and mound over it, and probably the next spring I will be getting shoots from it, so I can use and pot those up as rootstock. So now I'm going to show you a couple of other little propagation things I got going on that are not like fruit producing related. These are flowering roses. I'll show you what I've done here. I bought the house I grew up in, so this rose bush, my mother planted this rose bush, and it was a gift to her, I believe, from either my grandmother or her grandmother, and I got it trying to propagate it, and if it's good, I'll give her some. It's very sentimental. Like I say, I don't know what kind of rose bush it is. I kind of pruned it back, so it's kind of spindly right now, but I was showing you how a propagation technique called layering. Here's a long branch from it, and layering, basically what you do, as you can see here, I dug a hole, covered it up, and you can tell if it starts rooting. This was laying down straight. It's starting to turn up, so that tells me it's going in the right direction up. So hopefully these will root, and I'll have some cuttings. Well, I have some plants to take and not give my mom and whatnot, some plants from a rose bush that was given to her when she was probably in her 20s. So, and I see I got several of these. This one hadn't started turning up as much as the other ones. So here is another. So as you can see, this was the last one done, so this one's not really laying down at all. But see, I just lay these limbs down, dig a hole right there, and cover it up, and that's all you got to do. And once you do that, you can take those, layer those, then take those offspring and layer those. It's like having your own printing press. And this is Chris with Freedom Farm TV, and that's all there is today.